The film is a very simple story. It's about a guy late in his life who goes out for sort of a 4 or 5 month sail and has this sort of accident that kind of fate intervenes, and essentially we just go on a 10 or 12 day journey with him as he fights to survive. I think it's a challenge as a filmmaker. Certainly, is what drew me to the idea. There's one actor, very little dialogue, and it's essentially sort of an extended action sequence that hopefully, at its core, when it ends, will sort of get at a kind of universal truth about humans and their sort of, in many cases, their unwillingness to give up and that sort of drive to survive. So I think there was something very simple about the story that kind of drew me to it. What I'm hoping is that this character becomes a vessel where every audience member is able to sort of, he becomes the embodiment of some of their hopes, concerns, dreams, worries, fears, all those sort of, base human characteristics. He's hopefully a character that allows the audience to sort of become to a certain extent, that he becomes a mirror for them. And, so it's not something that I want to lay out too clearly, but he's certainly a person who refuses to give up. We have a crew of probably, it's still a very low budget film, but we amazingly have a crew, I think, of 150, maybe even 200 people when all is said and done, in all different parts of special effects, visual effects, a marine department, which is a huge sort of third arm of kind of special effects. We've done pretty much everything that you can do to a boat, on film. We've pretty much done it. So we've, sunk it, brought it back to life, and then sailed it, then put it through a massive, massive storm, and sunk it again, and flipped it over, and then put our man through all these paces of, once he gets into this life raft, kind of, done a whole bunch of stuff to him again in that capacity. So technically, the stunt team, the special effects team, and the marine team have manipulated. We had 3 boats, and we've manipulated them underwater, above water, in and out of water, in every way that you sort of feasibly could, for the most part. Every action in the film was supposed to feel very much in the realm of possibility. So I wanted no one stunt to feel sort of superhuman or out of the ordinary for someone, this character's age, and Mr. Redford's in amazing physical shape. It's been a wonderful collaboration. I think we've had to be very, very, very cautious because you only have one actor. And so from a production and technical standpoint, you can't lose a day where you sort of lose him to some kind of an injury, God forbid, lose him for a week. So we've had to be very careful, and he is a person who throughout his career has always liked to do a lot of his own stunts. So 90% of the stunts in the film, he's ended up doing himself. There are certain things which were very dangerous just because of water and everything else that we certainly did not put him through, but he's been far more agile and kind of able to do all these elements than I thought he was going to. first and foremost, hopefully, it's going to be a heck of a thrill ride. It's going to be exciting and exhilarating and terrifying, and in the end, if I do my job well here over the next couple months, it'll be somewhat enlightening, hopefully, as well. So, you know, if you can somehow figure out to combine those two things, where you entertain people and thrill them, but also show them something about the core of human beings, that's all I sort of hope to achieve.